Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to the discussion for Chapter 3 of Middara. We've done discussions for Chapter 1 and 2, as we tried to retain everything, because we were in Chapter 3 by the time we were doing that. Yeah, so normally we obviously don't do discussions for major campaigns, but this is such a long one.
God damn.
Into chapters, I figured, okay, yeah, we can talk about our overall thoughts. Chapter 3.
See here. It's been a rough one.
Yeah.
It introduced what was the biggest dungeon crawl we've had since we started this game, and that was those mines.
Yeah.
That was 3-4 sessions.
Oh, yeah.
I believe, was it 3 separate mine sections?
And then a boss fight.
Yes.
With no restoration.
No restoration at all.
Yeah. But before that, the story, we showed up here in this, in Hyde, which is like the mining town. So every city we've been to has kind of had a theme. The other place was nautical. And this one was mining stuff. So we show up there, we deal with this family, the Hyde family, and kind of they're the rulers of it. And of course, Damocles the son is like this British evil-looking guy.
Everyone's evil-looking.
Yeah. Which I guess is just maybe... I'm thinking that might have just been an artistic style, and Remy's dad is actually the holiest person ever.
Yeah.
Even though he looks like...
Well, I mean, in her fucking character description, he is listed as... You know, it was a surprise that the ruthless and cruel Malik Morietti had a daughter arrive on Middara.
Oh. Well, never mind. I digress.
He's really like the Dawn's like, oh, my daughter, I love you. And then like, kill him, execute him. He felt funny.
Yeah. He makes me feel weird. Just, shoot him in back of head.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so the Hyde family is dealing with their, the fact that their mother, or Damocles' mother, was infected with the Blight. And the Blight, I think that's the first time we've been introduced to the Blight.
Well, what was funny was we did the bounty before we started this chapter.
Oh, you're right.
So we encountered that, and then that was going to be the theme of this chapter.
Yeah, I guess in my head, I took Blighted Guardian as just kind of a title. Like, that's just what that creature was. I didn't think that, oh, that's an infection. That's what, like, people can be injected with that turn them into these creatures. But then you're introduced to Justice, who is someone who actually has information of the race that can help the miasma for Nightingale. So that's kind of what's kicking that off. And this chapter does something that's very, very cool. This was the first time it introduced a new party member.
Yeah, 2 of them.
It ended up being 2 of them, yeah. Which I thought was really cool, because you have the core 4 that you play with for the 2 chapters, and it's like, hey, if you want to play someone else, here you go.
And hey, it's nice. Like, you know, you don't want to like go back and you're thinking like, oh, what would be a cool build? And they finally give you someone new. It's like, oh, I can from the ground up with these people.
Exactly.
Which is so nice.
It is nice, because I don't necessarily ever really like the idea of respecking. Like in Elden Ring, for example, like I struggled so hard in my New Game Plus because I went pure strength and like heavy, like fat rolling, and it was miserable. And it's like, yeah, at any time I can go respec and just get a better weapon. But it's like, no, I want to play in this build. So I don't like respecking normally. But yeah, you're right. You get a new character who plays different. You be like, okay, let's play to her strengths.
Yeah, because we've been talking about assemblage this whole time and how touted it was in this game. It's kind of neat to actually delve into it.
Yep, and I do like the fact that narratively they still. It's always kind of weird to me whenever they have like characters that you're not actually playing. Like Rook wasn't involved in the core 4 that we were playing with, but he's still talking. He's still going with us to stuff.
Right,
it's like
very JRPG.
It is.
It's like, okay, these are your party members because it is a video game. And I mean, but like if you were looking at it in it's like cinematically, they're all participating the whole time.
Right. Yeah. I think you described it best was Final Fantasy. You have your whole party, but then do battle, and then you just have your 4 that you chose.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it introduces that and then immediately jumps you into the longest dungeon crawl section we had. And we hadn't really figured out assemblage, so it was just miserable and gave us the worst freaking boss fight that we've had. I hated the Blighted Hendrix. I liked what he represented, like he was like a maybe ambassador or family friend to the Hydes for so long, but he was conspiring against them. Mm-hmm. And then whoever he was working with turns him. But that fight sucked.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I mean, you break a jar and then, oh, here's a living oblation.
Yeah.
And then summon shit.
Mm-hmm. It was a little much. Mm. And like I'm all for, not restoring after every encounter. Like, yeah, I gotta have some stakes. But it just was not fun. Mm. And that was the majority of Chapter 3. Like, Chapter 3 was that. And then once we were kind of done with that, then the story...
Yeah, we did a side quest. Did we do a side quest before that?
We did 2 side quests. Yes, we did. Actually, I can get us to the story round. Yes, there was the Patel family influences. And then we couldn't do 1 because we did not have the experienced guide. Because I think that was that
that was probably because we let the shotgun guy.
Yeah,
we let him leave.
Padrick. Yeah. I think if he came with us,
I think it's tied to that somehow.
Yeah, I think if we let him come with us.
Oh, do you think Padrick could have been a boy if we didn't make him leave?
Oh, maybe.
I bet you he could have.
Yeah, probably. Huh? Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we weren't able to do that, but we did do the Patel family influence, and we did a distressed call. So we did do a couple. We did do a couple side quests. So overall, like, I feel like Chapter 3 didn't provide much in the overall narrative. Like, we just were kind of here.
We were looking for her, essentially, and now we need to follow her lead.
Yeah, I mean, but essentially, we weren't even looking for her. She just kind of happened to be here, and she's like, yeah, no, I know Theodosians. Mm-hmm. Like, I have info. Yeah. It's like, oh, man, yeah, you were just in jail. That's pretty cool. I guess we were coming here to talk to the Hydes, because they might have known something. So, but yeah, we didn't really get much information. This is kind of like, oh, yeah, we need to go find your friends. All right, let's go. But... yeah, I mean...
yeah, just kind of, following the story beats. We need to find information on that. Essentially, that's our big draw right now, is to get her free of their bindings. Mm-hmm. And, there was some... and we're still royalty. Your guys are royalty.
Yeah.
Kind of... so we do have influence and some expected duties, I guess.
Yeah.
When our presence is at hand. Let's see... so then the Hyde family were having trouble, and we helped them out.
Yeah, that was
interested to how we would end up fighting.
Yeah,
him,
so I guess potential spoilers, but there was actually whenever I was walking through looking through the book for our next section, I happened to stumble across the fact that something could have led to a different boss fight, and to me, because obviously we have not played this campaign before, to me I was thinking, oh, that's inevitable. Like, so if something's going to happen, that's just going to happen. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. Don't really want to do that, but all right. And it's actually very pleasantly, like, it's refreshing to know that that didn't happen. And it's like, oh, man, what could have caused that? Now, theoretically, I mean, as far as I'm aware, the book is sectioned into, like, hey, here's Chapter 3. All these pages are Chapter 3. So... if you didn't do a bunch of stuff in there, then it's like Chapter 4 isn't going to make us go back to what isn't between Chapter 3, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, gotcha.
So, because we didn't do that boss fight, I'd imagine nothing's going to make us go back and do it. I'm hoping. That'd be kind of annoying if it made us go all the way back, that something causes that to happen.
Yeah.
But only time will tell. Yeah, I think so far, this was probably my least favorite chapter.
That grind was shitty.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always for starting.
I don't know. I don't know if it would change how the game flows. I would just like to have an idea of like how many without restoring I'm going to end up fighting, so I know where to balance my resources.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm like, okay, are we? I guess that adds to the challenge.
It adds to the RPG element.
But you know,
it's like D&D. If you like blew all your spells, and then it's like, yeah, like we're still in the dungeon, like, so then you just suffer through that. But,
right.
But that's the thing. I feel like maybe that grind was more problematic because we were trying to test her out.
Yeah.
And we didn't really build her that great. Because we've built these characters like together. It's like, yeah, what kind of works for assemblage? Oh, we can go this route with summons.
Yeah.
No idea what direction I want to take. I want to take him. But, I mean, I could have him take the role of Rook and go... have him go...
do Semi-Sanctus?
Some Sanctus.
A little bit of... I mean, or he could... I mean, Assemblage also has a nice debuff, like, tree.
True. I kind of like him being the... Because he got a bunch of tank stuff. Like, his defense is insane. He has a bunch of stamina.
We don't have a pure marshal... Well, a purist marshal.
No.
He could be the guy that uses two-handed weapons in both hands.
That's what he does!
Two-handed weapons?
Oh, no, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, yeah, that is a build you can do.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. Maybe. We'll take a look at that. Can't really get him any items anyway because we have to do the traveling. But yeah, so that's just super fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Narratively, I like Chapter 3, but a lot of the side quests and the main one was a little much.
Yeah, it was rough.
But yeah, that's pretty much Chapter 3. I can't remember if we gave the chapters a ranking out of 10. I don't remember if we did.
Yeah.
But what would you give chapter 3? Like, just in case we did.
Sweet that we got some new characters. Maybe that could have happened earlier. Who knows? I mean, just for... I like that Middara has some branching narrative. It's nice to kind of see that proven in the big shit that can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And, I mean, to be fair, even though like the last side quest we did wasn't like didn't come to fruition super well, because it was kind of like, fuck, we have to save these miners, and all right, yep, I'll humor you. Let's keep going because we could have ended earlier. I still think narratively it was nice. It fleshes out the story. It's not just pure go, go, go. It's like we did this one thing and it's like, oh, you saved my husband. Oh, hey, I want to, become a fighter like you. That kind of little stuff that fleshes out a world that if you do certain things, yeah, we didn't get a whole lot out of it gameplay-wise, but narratively, the 2 story flags we still got something. I mean, we need consumables. They're helpful in a pinch. I do like that. Whenever I'm playing D&D, I don't always like the let's go fight the big bad. It's always like epic moment after epic moment. I like the go to a tavern and drink, have fun with the party. See that the world is lived in. It's not just empty. And they did do a good job with stuff like that. I'm still, even though the grind was rough, it might have been better had we just tried and true kept the core 4 with Rook being our healer. Would have definitely helped.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm still going to give like Chapter 3 a 7.
Yeah. I
do like the fact that they introduced characters. That was really, really cool. And now he gets painted.
Oh, that's true. He's level up. It's color now. I mean, something feels good. Let's see here. Compared to the previous chapters,
I am a sucker though for. I've always enjoyed the beginning of stories. The first Lord of the Rings is my favorite. The first Harry Potter book is my favorite. That's just always exciting to me. I thought Chapter 2 was really strong as well. Like, this is still my least favorite. So if I didn't give a ranking to Chapters 2 and 1, Chapter 2 would probably be like a 9. I really liked Padrick and that whole thing. Yeah. And then Chapter 1 would probably be like an 8.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, I mean... Let's get rid of the others. I'll probably share you on it. Yeah. 7 feels good. Yeah, it feels good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that was our thoughts on Chapter 3, so stick around for Chapter 4. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.